German software company SAP has voluntarily disclosed the situation in its South African business to U.S. authorities responsible for enforcing the U.S. Foreign Corrupt Practice Act. Now, the company also revealed that they have paid commissions to entities currently understood to be Gupta-related, totaling more than 100 million rand. To talk more on this and its impact on the alleged state capture investigations being done by the Directorate for Priority Crime Investigations, that's the Hawks, we are joined in our Cape Town studios by its acting head, Yolisa Matakata. Thank you so much for joining us here on the program, Yolisa.
Thank you, Leon.
What do you make of yesterday's news that the German company SAP has disclosed the situation in South Africa and the results thereof?
Look, Leon, I'm sorry. Look, we are investigating the matters that have been reported to us and that might have been expressed in the public space. And this, if SAP being one of the linkages in our investigation, is a matter that we are also involved in investigating.
With all due respect, Yolisa, it's taken a long time, isn't it? Your investigations.
I wouldn't know maybe if you would have an insight into the intricacies and the complexities of the investigations. But there's a systematic way of doing this investigation based on the information that would be at our disposal and through thorough investigation with the assistance of all other relevant stakeholders. Because one would have to understand that you cannot really put time frames based on the pressures that maybe are being expressed. But it is about us having a proper investigation done that could stand in the court of law when the NPA take these matters for prosecution.
We have seen and read so much in these Gupta leaks that other agencies are acting on. I mean, and we're not talking small agencies, we're not talking places that don't necessarily have integrity or we're talking about the FBI, we're talking about the British intelligence, and yet where it's happening, the Hawks have still not done a thing. Yes, you say you're investigating it, but not a single bit of action has been taken. Does that not embarrass you a little bit?
Look, I don't know what is it that the other law enforcement agencies are doing. If they're indicating that they are investigating, I don't know why maybe it would not be believed that we are also investigating matters. But maybe people want us to give in the public space and express what exactly is it that we're doing, or by arresting people, then the South Africans would be happy. But that will come, and unfortunately, I don't know whether these other foreign agencies have expressed any arrests other than indicating that they are investigating.
You know,
but be that as it may, if our investigations are taking us to any country, we do work with other law enforcement agencies. It's nothing new. It's something that has been happening over a period of time in terms of the way we do our investigations. We do cooperate, whether they are coming to us or we go to other countries. There are ways that we do cooperate in terms of the information that would be relevant to our investigations.
Listen,
I'm not sure whether there's been an expression from their side that they've already made arrests, that we are being compared with them, but we are investigating these matters.
In terms of cooperation, I believe that the FBI, this is not the first time that they're investigating something. In fact, they were investigating the whole SASA issue. That has been put on hold, and primarily because the Hawks will not cooperate with them. So when you say you do cooperate, this is an example of not cooperating.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the first part of the
what I was saying
the
is
statement you were making.
Just repeating what you were saying about an investigation. Perhaps you're unaware of it, maybe, you know, in coming in at this time. But the FBI were conducting an interview into SASA, and they've had to put that on hold because of a lack of cooperation from the Hawks in South Africa. Now, when we talk about cooperation, Are you really cooperating with international authorities to open this case up and let us hold those accountable for stealing money from South Africa?
We do cooperate, Leanne, with other foreign agencies in any investigation we undertaking. So this is not an exception. In fact, I think that there's been that confirmation that in the investigations we're currently busy with, that we are already far ahead in terms of going to the other countries to do those investigations. We're not depending on them to request us to cooperate, but we do that because our investigation is taking us to the other countries.
I just want to play you a clip now. We've just had an interview. I'm not sure if you had the opportunity. You may have been mic'd up at the time, but we had David Lewis from Corruption Watch a couple of minutes ago. This is what he had to say about the situation, the Hawks, particularly referring to SAP's revelations yesterday.
The Hawks have to find out, because I'm damn sure it's there to find out. What the Hawks have to find out is the flow of money to the Eskom and the Transnet officials from the trillion or from the CAD company that was interposed between SAP and Transnet. Yeah. The Hawks are a real disgrace. They bring, the leadership at any rate, brings nothing but shame on South Africa. It should have been the Hawks asking for support from the US rather than the US asking for support from the Hawks, and it really is a disgrace.
This is your moment to reply to that. A shame, a disgrace, a captured institution working for the benefits of the president. These are some of the allegations made against your organization, the Hawks. I think you need to respond to that.
Well, I'm not sure what being captured means in that context, Leanne, but I think we are having integrity enough to investigate these matters and listening to what is being said about what we're supposed to do and how we're supposed to do it. I think we are capable enough and have the capabilities within the Hawks and with other stakeholders to do that investigation the way it's being expressed. But I think it's a bit unfair and unfortunate that we are being referred to, we are captured, and the expression is being made that we are not doing anything. And it's unfortunate because people are not informed, because we're not going to be saying it out in the public. What are we doing and how we're doing the investigations?
Yeah.
Because it's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate. It is unfortunate, and perhaps it's a lack of communication from your side, and it certainly is a lack of action that we are not seeing. Can we expect an arrest soon?
I'm not going to make such a promise, Leanne, that we're going to make an arrest soon, but can we be allowed to do the investigation the way we're supposed to do it? And unfortunately, as I said, we cannot investigate, prosecute and convict people in the public space, and yet they are not been taken to court yet, because this will be tantamount to that. So can we just be allowed to do that investigation properly, and then the prosecution will indicate and prosecute people in court?
Indeed. I do respect that, but people are coming forward. You have got SAP saying that they were involved. This is not in the public opinion. This is word of mouth. This is the truth that has been spoken. And there's still no action. Are you getting pressure from international organizations to finally do something? Is that why you announced?
No.
Is that why you announced yesterday you're going to the US?
We are not getting pressure from anyone, as I'm saying, because we're not expressing in the public space what are we doing in terms of the investigation. It's just that we are doing it quietly so that we can go to wherever the investigation is taking us. So this might have been a coincidence that these other countries have expressed that they are investigating some of the companies that have found to be linked to the matters that we are currently busy with.
All right, we have to leave it there, unfortunately, due to time. Yolisa Matakata, he is the acting head of the Hawks, investigating the alleged state capture reports. That's your update, and we'll keep following the story and find out if there are any more revelations. Let's take a break. More after.